hello. It's been a home day today, you can tell. But we've just been sitting at home and working on things and organizing. And actually, I should check my bag. Okay, we're safe. I literally had to go through my craft room and put a box together of stuff I've been playing with that's secret and you guys can't see yet. So hopefully I picked up everything. I hope. We shall see. But anyway, I am sitting here in the craft room. Tilly is helping me organize. We found a lovely box of glitters and embossing powders and clay slices and all this kind of stuff. So she's organizing them, figuring out so I get one of everything, and then everything else we'll list in the store. So she's adding some extra pocket money doing that. What's up, baby girl?
Are you using your box, or can I use that to see what you have?
You can take it. I just have these items here.
You just need those?
Yes. The rest you can take.
Here's the box.
Here's this. It's there. So, all right. So welcome. I wasn't actually going to go live. So Tilly came from her dad yesterday with a stomach bug, which is why. Hey Janet, in Bethlehem. I forgot about that. So anyway, so Tilly came from her dad yesterday with a stomach bug. So that's why I didn't go live yesterday, because I was looking after her. And then we didn't even get to go skating. She was so sick she didn't want to go skating, which is a big deal. And then I wasn't going to go live tonight because I haven't been feeling great. And I actually just laid on the couch for like 2 hours, which is not like me. And then Dr. Blush called and he's like, so when are you going live? That was like an hour or so ago. I was like, I don't know. He's like, I want to watch you go live. So I'm guessing he'll probably turn up at some point. He said it's super busy in the emergency room tonight. I feel like that's just like emergency rooms around the world, that they're just always busy all the time. So anyway, tonight I wanted to talk to you about ways you can use, shoot, I just had it. Tilly, did I leave it out there? Oh no, I put it here, I got it. Your craft adhesives. So I have here Maker's Magic Clear Glitter and Maker's Magic White Pearls. So we used to also have a clear, but these are a super strong adhesive, and there is tons and tons of different ways you can use them. And so I wanted to just kind of like throw out there some ideas and things like that. So I grabbed a couple of stamp sets because I want to share with you some stuff. And who remembers Sticky Paws? I found some of my Sticky Paws. So we're going to use those. If you got your flat brushes and you're doing it along with me, I'm going to use those. I'm going to use some micro brushes. I'm going to use my Maker's Magic rings. I'm going to use my On the Hook tweezers. Maybe a magic wand. I think I still have one here that doesn't need surgery. This. You know what I found today when we were cleaning up was we were going to have these paintbrushes made that matched magic wands. Isn't it pretty? I just have the one sample we had made up. I was like, oh, they're so pretty. So it's sitting in my craft room right now. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. So there's those. Trash cans on here. What else am I going to use? I'm going to use some re-inkers, some ink pads. We're going to figure it out after that. And we'll just go from there. So, hey Jen, hey Lola, Susie, Anne, Lisa, Mary, Janet, Melissa, Wanda, Debbie, Shell, Carol, Olivia, Andy, another Carol, Denise. Hello everyone. So welcome back. No blushing going on yet, Polly. I'm sure he will be here. He gets the notifications, we found out. But he's working in the emergency room tonight, so I don't know what time it is there. So it's 2:32 at night, so he finishes in 30 minutes. So you might be doing a shift handover, I don't know. But anyway, we're here and we're going live, and we're going to play with our craft adhesives. So I'm going to switch this around. Like this. We're doing better at this, I think, than we used to. That's about right. Okie dokies. So I have my Misty here. So first I'm going to stamp out an image, and then we're just going to kind of work from there. So the two stamp sets I'm going to use tonight, if you already have them, is Build Your Own Christmas and Holiday Magic. I found a couple of each, so I did list them in the store, but these are the two stamp sets I'm going to work with tonight. So I'm just going to stamp out a couple of these things on a couple of different pieces of cardstock, and then we're going to work with them for different ways in which you can use your glues. So first of all, I'm going to stamp. This one has two. So one thing you can do with them is you can stencil with your adhesives. So she's talking to her dad. I could hear Tilly talking, and I was like, who is she talking to? I thought she was making like a YouTube video of her own or something. Anyway, I guess she's talking to her dad. So I'm going to do this. Where did I put my smusher? Oh dear, that wasn't so good on it. We'll make it work. You know, we always make it work. Okay, so there's one. Then I'm going to do another one, I think. I don't know if this stamp, my one's just buckled, or if there's a lump in my Misty. Just in case. I thought you were making a YouTube video or something. I didn't realize you were talking to your dad. I was like, who is she talking to? Anyway, let's clean this up. And then stamp out a couple of those. I think that set's so pretty. I'm actually going to stamp one of these bows in fog. I have an idea for something. So you're watching this in the other room, where you can hear me from here. Okay. All right, we'll start with those and see where we go from there. And then I'm going to also grab out. I just forgot to grab one of our palettes. I'm going to grab a palette here as well. Alright. So let's start off just kind of talking about glues. So let's open these up. These ones are brand new. So I did get some of these in that shipment of stuff that we acquired. So as I say, there's only the white glitter or the clear glitter and the white pearl in there. So there's not just the all clear one. But if you want them, I did put these in the store and they still work because I opened some the other day. I actually filled out my drawers with some. So you can see they're still nice and fluidy and everything like that. So it was pretty impressive that for 3 years they can see it in the packaging and they're still perfect. So your labels will be different. Okay, your labels will be different. But these have a little fine nozzle on them. And the first time I just like to kind of work it down. And then you come in. I guess you could use this in the glue precision thing too. So you can make small or large dots. Just like that. You can also put them on a Teflon sheet, let them dry, and then turn them into gems. You can also take some glitter. If I have scrap paper, don't even know what I just did with the paper I was setting down. You can put some glitter over the top, whether it's with the pearl or whether it's with the and all your microfine glitters. You can make your own stickles essentially just by adding some of your glitters on top. You can also, if you have the clear one, and even with the clear glitter one and the pearl too, you can cover over the top of an area, whether it's like a snow globe like this or whatever, and you can leave it like a glossy accent and it will cure like a UV resin enamel on top. You can also heat it as it's curing and it will crackle, and then you can rub ink into it and you can rub ink into it and it will crackle, which I also think is kind of a cool way that you can do it and use it and stuff. So there's another way you can do it. So you can do it as like a, just go over the whole area. I'll draw something out and do it. So here's a heart. And then to color in, I actually just use, what should I call it? Like the micro brushes. It's like, you know, when you watch them do the cakes on TikTok. I just kind of smooth it all out. Covering your area. And then, as I said, you can leave it to dry. You get a nice amount of texture. You can do it the same. This will dry clear with glitter. So this will just give you the effect that you've got a glitter in it, but it will dry clear like a glossy accent. Or if you heat it as it dries, you can crackle it, add ink into it, and then it looks all antique-y and kind of cute and all that kind of stuff in it. So that's another thing you can do. And I just thought, I always think when I'm live, these things that I need to think about. Sometimes I need to have, what's it called? Okay. So that's something else you can do. So that's that, that's that, that's that. You also can use them to stick down your gems. Now I find that just doing it this way, I get a lot more adhesive than I really need. So this is the way I do it with gems. There's two ways. Either grab a crafty paw, and they have little tabs on them so they're easy to pick up and put down, all that kind of stuff. And you see, just grab the little tab. I put some glue down. Or put some glue in your brush, in your ring. Then you grab your micro brush, dip it in, tap it on. Dip in, tap it on, dip in, tap it on, dip in. I actually find with the crafty paws, I can get even finer than I can get with the ring. So, but it's just personal preference. Like sometimes I'll do one, sometimes I'll do the other. It really kind of just depends what I'm doing. Then I'm going to grab some gems. And for those who loved our glitter gems embossing powders, Tilly is literally organizing them right now. She doesn't know there's also a whole box of gems. There's more than just the glitter she's doing. Anyway. But the lids were specially designed so when you tap them around, they all go, well, they go towards the right way up, and then you can just use your on the hook tweezers to pick them up, set them down, and you've got your so there's another thing you can do. So you can use them, and you can use the pearl, you can use the glitter. I always like to use the glitter because if a little bit oozes out the side, it's sparkly and it looks like this looks like the gems, and nobody notices that I made the boo-boo. So there's a thing that I also do. You can also make your own colored dots. So you can take this like this, add a drop, or put a little bit of ink pad down first, whichever you want. And this is where the paws are nice because they give you a little palette to work on. And then I make my own crafty glittery stickles. Now I would say that was probably a little bit too much of the Rinka. I usually like to do it off to the side, but you can still see you've got that nice kind of texture and everything on there. So there's another way you can use your adhesives and make them work. And if you don't like tweezers, you can use your magic wand to pick up your gems. Whatever works for you. You know I'm all about whatever works for the individual crafter. So something else we can do is we can take some ink, and I'm going to use the same pit stop, and this is where I want you to use it. So I'm just using one of our little palettes. These are our alcohol ink palettes. I put just one drop. This is really potent stuff. Oh, and I don't want to ask. I had an email asking if it was possible to make empty ink pads. So it would be an empty mini. You can get felt and foam, and then you can make your own ombre pads. You can make mini pads in any color you want, because I don't have the space to carry all the pads. So it was just an idea of doing empties, and then you can refill them however you want, or you can make ombre pads, you make custom color pads, all that kind of stuff. So someone asked me, and I just wanted to ask if anyone else thought that was a good idea too. Okay, are the gems all in the same size? Yes, Mary, they are. They're all the same size gem. So I'm mixing this in. And what you end up with is a pretty metallic. It's not quite a watercolor and it's not quite an acrylic, but it's going to be pearlescent, and you can do the same with the glitter. And I'm using our little flat brush, that new one, and it's nice. You can see I can get like nice crisp lines. I like it because to me it feels like a little bit like a marker. So this is nice and translucent like a watercolor, but it's nice and thick coverage, which kind of sounds weird, but like an acrylic. So it like gives you this in between, and then it's got the pearlescence because it's got the pearl from the Maker's Magic. And because it's wet, you could add textures and glitters and stuff on it, because that's the nice part. This is going to take a bit longer to dry than a watercolor. Of course, you can make all your own custom colors. You could even stick some gems on top here and they would stick. So if I just like add some of this and grab a couple of gems out, these will stick because of the acrylic. So as that little bit of acrylic dries, it's also going to stick those down, which I think is also kind of cool. So that's another way you can do it. Plus, we're not done yet. Okay. Look how pretty it looks on dark cardstock. So I can make it. It's really pretty. Imagine if you had, I'm trying to make a flower, but I'm really not a good artist. I'm a good graphic designer. I'm not an artist. But look, you can build up the layers. It's really pretty and pearlized. You can also add in a little bit of extra kaleidoscope powder if you want to. But imagine if you stamped an image out and embossed it with embossing powder, or with the snow flurries, heat dry it, and then you went in and really softly watercolored it with this. I don't know if the camera's picking up, like, yeah, there you go. You can see how shimmery this is, but you've got that really nice little pink hue in it as well. So you can use it on black. And you see it's not buckling my paper either, because it's got that little bit of acrylic and that little bit of watercolor. It's like a weird, fun hybrid paint. I don't know how to even describe it. So you could do the same even with like the snow flurries and make it like vivid white, and it would look so pretty. But I love how this looks. I'm gonna clean this a little bit. I'm just gonna put some squid buster on my cloth. And it cleans off your paintbrush. So I just put some squid buster on my cloth, and you can see my cloth is back, and it's nice. My brush even is nice and clean. A little bit on the black there, but the bristles themselves are super nice and ready to go. So just kind of a fun way to stretch your adhesives, because I know like things I have in the craft room, I would want to find fun ways to use them. The other thing I really like using these adhesives for are clay slices, because clay slices are pretty heavy. So a lot of the adhesives out there are not strong enough to hold them. But something like the white pearl, it's really strong. Particularly the white pearl. I don't know what additive they add to it, but it gives it like a lot of tooth. So if I just leave that little dot like that, and then I put my thing on top, leave it, and that is going to be like stuck, super stuck. So yeah, so another kind of like fun way to do it on here as well. So again, just, you know, lots of different ways you can use these glues. You also can stipple with them. So say for instance, so if we took this one and then we put I don't know, so we put our tree on top here. And we'll use some British Racing Green. And I'm going to try and eyeball this, no guarantees. Something like that. Then I'm going to take some of this. So I'm just going to use a little bit of water here on the side. And I'm going to pull out, oh, I've got some pinky things. It's that pinky number. I'll make it work. Hey Jay. So I'm going to take a little bit of my, I want it light. So I'm just like sketching in here. Here's my hillside. You don't know tills, I'll let you to done. Just make a pile of ones you don't know. So then we do a tree. And this is kind of flat because I'm only using one colour. Yeah. I'm just trying to like add some depth into it. I think I'm just going to have to succumb and do a different colour. Or an extra colour, I should say, another green. We'll mix a little bit Everglades here. Not my finest handiwork, but gets the point across. I do want to add some sky in here. I nearly dipped my brush in my what's it called? In my drinking water that's next to me here. Very nearly. I was just gonna do like a little bit of, actually I have pink here, so I can do some quick stuff pink. And I was going to do a little bit of blue, maybe like some baby strip. And add water to tide. I'm actually just going to script the background. I wasn't really planning, so I didn't necessarily like, I probably should have done watercolour paper, but I'm going to take some of the blue. I didn't heat set the black. I didn't do anything. So we're really just winging this. And painting is not my forte. I'm far better of an ink blender than a painter, but it's kind of just where we are today. A little bit of purple in here. I don't know, it's kind of dusky. It actually looks like the sunset we've got outside tonight. We've got one of those like cool pink sunsets. So once you've got your hopefully better painted panel than mine, but you get my idea. I'm just going to pick up my ink because I'm a messy crafter, and otherwise I'll put my arm in it or something else will end up with this, and we don't want it. I'm also going to move this out the way. See how easy that is to just pick up and dispose of. Love it. I love easy, so if you're a crafter that loves easy, we're in the right place. And don't forget to hit subscribe, ring the bell, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. We're still at that 18.9. We need like another 10 subscribers to get over that little hump that we're in. So I'm going to move this over here. All right, so now I'm going to grab another sticky paw because I think that'll be big enough. And I'm going to grab one of our new brushes, these ones. And I'm tempted to put like a little bit of snow flurries in it, but I don't know. I'm going to give this a good check. So this is super pigmented. Pigmented? Pigmented. I want to get it moving. So you see how much pigment is in there? I mean, I could just stipple this on its own, and it's kind of cool. You see how snowy it starts to look? Not too much. There you go. if it was dry. I'm just having a night. As I say, I wasn't able to go live. But anyway, so you can see it's kind of cool. But once you start adding some Maker's Magic to it, I think it transforms it. So the snow flurries kind of makes it whiter than white. And then, I don't know, somehow they react together. And it becomes like a little bit more translucent. So you can see the difference. Like this is just snow flurries. This is Maker's Magic with the snow flurries. So one, it has some shimmer in it. And two, it just kind of gives it this little bit of texture. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, but I think it's kind of cool. And this is a really nice little stipple brush for your snow. So if you have marshmallow paste still and it's still okay, you can stipple it like that. All that kind of stuff is going to work really, really well. And yeah, you can see it as I'm turning it. You can see a little bit on my laptop screen that it's got that kind of thing in it. So not my finest handiwork, but you get the technique idea, which is what I was going for. Sometimes we all have a bad crafty day. It's not my crafty day. It's okay. I'm not worried. There's always tomorrow. And I have a ton of stuff that I've been here working on. It's going to be my blue section. So, yeah. So that's like so many ways you can use one adhesive. So I don't know if anyone else has ideas or things that maybe I've missed or anything else, but just to recap, so you can use it as is. You can add glitter or kaleidoscope powder on it as it dries. You can add re-inker to it. You can use it to stick your gems. No one's ever going to notice if you get a splurge. Just use your ring or your sticky paws. You can use it to stick down clay slices because it's super, super strong. You can make shapes or fill in shapes however you want to do it. Kind of like a glossy accent. But if you heat it as it's drying, it will crack and then you can add ink into it. You can also, you see with this heart, I don't know if it will show, but I like added texture to it. So you can add peaks to it and things. So like if you want to make icicles that really have that drop to them, or something that's like texture like grass or something like that, you can absolutely do that here as well. You can create your own shimmer paints that will even hold gems. See, don't move. Just to prove to you, they're stuck. So you can make your own paints, pearlized paints that hold gems. If you want extra pearl, add some kaleidoscope powder in. You can make, the paints will also show up, look at that luster it has on here. You can do the same with the glitter one too. It's just not going to show up so much on the black because this has that white pigment in. It works. If you take the clear glitter, add snow flurries to it, and then a color, then it will show up like this on here. So you'll end up with this kind of like fun effect, but yours will be glittery instead. So you can do that. Or you can stipple with it. I mix it with the snow flurries to make snow, but you can also just use the snow flurries on its own. It's just not quite the same. The luster that pearlized has really makes a big difference. So that was just some ideas I had. I just kind of wanted to share with you ways to stretch supplies you might already have in the craft room. Maybe. Here we go. Yeah, so I wanted to just share with you ideas and ways to stretch your supplies of whatever you had in your craft room as well. I was watching old stuff a couple weeks ago and the other day, seeing you back. I was so excited. Ah, thank you, Carol. Yeah, so I just wanted to share this with you. So let me know what you think. Let me know your favorite way to use Maker's Magic. If you don't have any, I did add those ones that we found in the store and some crafty paws. And yeah, just kind of want you to play in that. Are the Color Hive pads blendable? Yes, Mary. You can absolutely blend them. You can watercolor with them. You can paint with them. You can stamp with them. You can do all kinds of things with them. So just a reminder, this Sunday we have class. So if you purchase the Latte Love Kit or the Fantastic Florals Kit, we're having a class on Zoom. We will send the link on Friday by email to everyone who has purchased the kit, or if you already had the kit from HSN, you can attend the class. You just have to buy the class product because I have to have a way to track those people. There's no other way for me to do it that I can figure out. There's no Bethany, so it's just me figuring it out as I go. So you can also do that option, join the class. We'll be using those 2 stamp sets. I'm going to show you lots of different ways to use them, lots of different ideas, fun stuff, and hopefully I'm having a better crafty day then than I am today, but it's okay. So yeah, so we're going to do all those kinds of things. I'm just going to show you like techniques, card ideas, all kinds of different things. And we have a very exciting announcement on Sunday during class as well that I'm going to tell you about. What else? I think that's everything for tonight. There's 3 of each of the stamp sets I used in the store. Maker's Magic's in the store. This is the tweezers, the ones, glitters, clay slices and gems are coming. Those of you who asked about stickers for the side of your ink pads, they are coming. As soon as they come to me, I will test them, make sure they work, and magically my cart moves behind me. And yeah, so we'll test all those out, and then I will get them uploaded. I posted in the group today that we were working on those. Oh, hey Ryan. Do you have any no-show? I don't, Jen. I never got, the no-show wasn't in there. They just had a box of the clear glitter and a box of the white part. I don't really know how this stuff came to be. So some of it I know came out of our storage unit, but there's stuff in there that was not in the storage unit because I know what was in there. So that's kind of the weird part to me. So I don't know whether it was the whole Storage Wars thing or Greg sold it to them or it was a combination of both. I don't know. I don't know that I really want to know at this point. But anyway, it is what it is. We've got what we've got. And we'll keep exploring the boxes. Tilly's been helping me. And we'll get stuff listed as we go. And that's it. So lots of fun stuff going on. If you need me, you know how to get in touch. Email is down below as well. Thank you for all your support with the store. Oh boy. Luckily we got through the whole live before he turned up. You're late, babe. We've done the whole live. See, now I can go bright red and lose my train of thought. Your besties here. Yeah, so thank you for all your support with the store. I'm really looking forward to Sunday. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to do the Zoom and everything on there. And yes, Dr. Blush and Juicer is here. So anyway, that's my night. I'm going to go and I think I got 3 orders left to pack, unless anyone's placed any during the live. But thank you for all your support with the orders. Everything has shipped apart from a couple of the ink pad holders. I'm just waiting for them to get dropped off. And then I can get all of that kind of stuff, all of those shipped out. But everything else has gone. Everyone else's orders have gone. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. I have no idea what we're going to do on the live. If there's a technique or something you want to know about or ways to stretch a certain supply, then post them down below. And yeah, she most definitely is the best. Amazing daughter. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Night, everyone. Happy stamping. Bye.